Project Lead the Way has really changed my perspective about everything.
Well, Project Lead the Way has influenced most of my thinking, because before I was the type of just run-in type of person, but now with that I'm I guess more strategic thinking.
So in the future I want to be a doctor, and the class shows me that it's a fun class. It shows you all the cool things behind science and medical science.
Well, you do things you wouldn't even think that were possible in 8th grade. You have so many possibilities in there that you would never get until you were a senior. They give so many opportunities to you even when you're in middle school.
Project Lead the Way really is different from all my other classes because it's more interacting with my classmates, and it is more hands-on because in science or in math we're doing problems mostly independently because we have STAR test at the end. But in Project Lead the Way, it's not a big test, it's more a fun project to do.
So I'm Andrew Lenz, and I teach PLTW for the 8th grade, and we focus on medical detectives and science of technology here at Jubilee, Brownsville. A typical class will be read, memorize, and regurgitate, and especially something like medicine, the early parts of medicine study, you're basically memorizing body parts and trying to remember where they all go. And here it was more of a hands-on what's going on with them.
The most important skills I'm learning would be thinking critically, and how it would help me is that if I'm in a situation where I need to really think about something, I could use that strategy, and that'll help me.
I think that Project Lead the Way has probably been very efficient at showing me how to break down and analyze things, and it's made me think in a more mechanical way than I have before. I don't think about things I think about things more rationally.
I come from a fine arts background. I was a choir director for years. So a lot of learning for me is done by doing.
The most recent project we done was a mousetrap car. We designed a car from scratch, right?
I had to try to build it out of materials that you could buy at the grocery store, I found it fun and challenging because trying to find the parts and how to make it work.
Yeah, well, what I hope we can do with the course and with what we're doing here is so that the kids have a sense of confidence that they can find the answer. We're not just filling in the blanks on some test. We're not just looking for answer A, B, or C. We're looking for something that works. We have to find out what works, and we have to find out what doesn't work, and not be afraid to, okay, that didn't work, let's go on and try something else and see if that'll work. And to accept accept the failure, accept the falling down, and say, okay, how can we do it better? How can we make it? How can we fix it? How can we make it go?
Oh, Mr. Lenz is a great teacher. He helps us. Yes, he's strict, but it's actually great as well because he helps us learn.
He is definitely a very unique teacher. I've never had anybody like him.
Mr. Lenz is a very, very fun teacher. I really like him. He's very fun, he's very strict, and you don't want to get on his bad side. But overall, he's a really good teacher.
I love Mr. Lenz. He's a little bit on the sarcastic side, but I love it about that. He's definitely a teacher that I probably wouldn't get in the future. He's one of a kind, really.
How do you motivate your students to learn and engage with STEM subjects?
Fear and intimidation.